So you guys know I've been doing YouTube for 5 years, and it's still crazy to me believe that I am still making videos and whatnot. But with that being said, I've been doing this for 5 years, and with that, I watch a lot of YouTube channels. I watch a lot of YouTube channels that are either cringy, that are either that I don't watch based off popularity wise, or I just watch them just for the fun of it. And that's mostly what I do. I usually watch YouTube videos that just for the fun of it and just for to have the laughs and whatnot. And it comes to the realization of what is my favorite YouTuber and like who's my favorite in general. I got this video kind of inspired by Corey. Corey did a video a couple of years ago where he talked about his favorite YouTuber and kind of went to like a memory lane and whatnot. I'm gonna kind of do that similar to this video, but basically just like pan down, basically just basically the same as Corey, and kind of just talk about just like what YouTube channels I've watched and what I do or what I watch and just YouTubers I watch in general. I'm gonna leave that video of what I talked about for Corey in the description, as well as the YouTubers that I mentioned down in the description. If y'all want to check them out. Please give them support, honestly, if you know who these YouTubers are and whatnot. With that being said, we're gonna start with obviously who I just talked about, the Samurai Shogun himself. He wasn't the first YouTuber I watched, but he was a YouTuber that I remember just having laughs with, and I remember him being hilarious when I first saw him. What I'm talking about is the legendary Shogun Corey Kenshin. Now, Corey Kenshin, you guys probably know him mostly just for A, either being funny, B, just his edits and collaborations that he does with a bunch of people, or B, just probably just his breaks that he be taking. But this dude's videos is really funny, and literally what the description says, just trying to live in God's image. Hopefully my videos can make your day a little better. And it has, honestly. The amount of videos that he has and the fact that that many of his videos help me with not only just with life, but his it's just for laughs is really crazy to me. And the very first video that I remember from him was duck season. And duck season, I remember this video back in middle school. I remember my friends showing me, oh, there's this cool YouTuber named Corey Kenshin. He does like videos and whatnot. I'm like, okay. I was pretty cool. I was like, okay, maybe like after school you can show me. And then they showed me after school, and this was the very first video, the most disturbing game of the year, duck season canon ending. And I remember seeing this video. Oh my god, it's one of my favorites, and it's one of my first ever Corey Kenshin videos. And ever since then, this video of his was just really good in my opinion. This was probably one of my favorite games that he's done, just due to the fact that it's the game is really cool. Duck Season, it's pretty cool for a game, but for two, just for the nostalgic reasons, and it's just really good. Another video that I liked from him, from what I remember, was him playing Cuphead, and Cuphead was another game of his that I remember watching. I remember exactly like a couple of days ago, like once my friend kind of got into Corey or kind of wanted me to watch Corey, I watched a little bit of videos. And then like 2 or 3 days later, I remember coming home like from school, and I remember watching. I got so interested, and I decided to look at his video myself, and I saw this video, Cuphead, and this video was really freaking good. I just remember watching this, like I said, after school. I remember coming home, and this video will pop up, and I'll watch it, and this video was just so hilarious from him, and I like it ever since. This is another sort of gold video that I like from Corey, and I think overall the Shogun himself, his content is gold and it's fire. Another YouTuber that I watch and he's a friend of Corey's. And with this YouTuber I mentioned, him and Corey's videos, it's hilarious. But whenever they collaborate, dude, it's 10 times funnier. I'm talking about the homie Dashi, aka Dashi Games, or Dashi XP if you're an OG. And this YouTuber, he's really hilarious. He's another funny YouTuber I grew up with. Similar to Corey back in like middle school. I knew him a little bit more than Corey, but I remember just hearing his name. Oh Dashi this, Dashi that, and I was just like, okay, it's just Dashi Games, why not? From what I remember, the very first video I saw from him was him playing Mario Super Sluggers, and it was the 8 years one. This one, Yoshi versus Donkey, Super Mario Sluggers or Super Sluggers or whatever. But this video, I remember just seeing this in my recommendations like here and there, and I just right past it. I was like, I'm not interested in it. It was just okay. And then in middle school, I remember seeing like a bunch of videos of his. I'm like, okay, well, he must be a big deal. And then this video kept popping up. I was like, okay, let me look at it and see. And it was crazy, low key. I remember back in the day, he did kind of like had this sort of like you have everything uncensored, like you have everything uncensored, everything unedited. He would edit out like very little, but he would most of the time it was just unedited, and it was crazy. Dashi was crazy back in the day. Nowadays, YouTube kind of be a little bit strict nowadays, but back in the day, you could have said you honestly could have said whatever. You wouldn't have any problems with it. And Dashi kind of I guess took the advantage of quotations. And this was the very first video I remember watching from him, Yoshi versus Donkey and Super Mario Sluggers. And ever since then, I kind of just been just watching his videos, bouncing back to his videos. And his videos are really, really hilarious. I remember another video from his was him playing Mario Bros. Wii. And this is another video one of my favorites actually, because this video was really cool, especially the freestyle that he did. You see at the bottom by this person. His freestyle on this was fire. Another video that he also did was him playing Mario Bros. DS. Another favorite of mine because this video was also really cool. and this channel alone was just really good, and I respect Dashi as a person. Another YouTuber I also watch. He's a gaming YouTuber and whatnot, but he's mostly a FNAF sort of YouTuber. As you guys bottom, Eth Goes Boom. Eth Goes Boom was a YouTuber that I used to watch. What he basically did is he basically did like a sort of voice impressions type YouTuber where he would voice certain like videos and whatnot, kind of like plush channels, but instead it would just be like FNAF characters. So he would voice different like FNAF characters like Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and all that stuff. He would voice them, and he would do it while playing games. And I think that's honestly like sort of like a 2-for-1 like kind of cool idea where he basically just not only voices characters, but he plays the games and he kind of gives his thoughts and whatnot. And same with reactions, he would voice someone, does a reaction, boom, he gets it, and that's really impressive, honestly, for a YouTuber like him. And he was another YouTuber that I grew up with, similar to Dashi and Corey. And most of these YouTubers I grew up with. But he was like an OG sort of YouTuber I remember watching. From what I remember, I think his video was kind of similar. His video was kind of similar to Dashi's, where back in the day he would swear a lot. And he like I said, it was just YouTube back in the day. YouTube was just YouTube back in the day was just really, you can say whatever you want. Now they kind of stricken nowadays. But back in his day when he went for his first couple of videos, he would curse and whatnot. But ever since then, he's been a cool YouTuber, honestly. I think my favorite from his, I want to say it was Henry Stickmin. Henry Stickmin was just a video I just remember watching from him, and it was like this was like the first like couple of videos I remember watching from him that were just funny, and it was cool honestly. I'm talking about the old version, not the collection one, but the very old version. I remember just watching it. I'm like, wow, this is nostalgic as hell, and he's really cool. Nowadays, he doesn't do on does anything on his main channel. He reached 1 million subscribers a couple of months ago, and ever since then he kind of stopped doing them. But nowadays he kind of been just on his second channel, Aussie King, where he basically just plays games with his normal voice and does reactions on that channel. And I respect this channel honestly. I like that. If anything, I kind of like this channel better than the regular one because he kind of just I don't know. Just his voice alone is pretty cool, and just the way he just I don't know. I just kind of like it better a little bit. Kind of has more personality into himself than like him voicing and whatnot. I kind of like Ozzy King a little bit, and Etho's is pretty cool. Honestly, he's really awesome. Now this is a YouTuber I also talk about. These two YouTubers I actually talk about because I used to watch them, but like when I was little. When not when I was like little, but just like around like I said like around six like to seventh grade ish. These two YouTubers I do watch. I there's another two YouTuber that I guess I'll mention, but I don't watch him, which please don't hate. But the two YouTubers I watched was, and these were YouTubers that I remember just watching a little bit, but not like as heavy. But I remember watching them. The homie Jack Septiceye. Jacksepticeye is pretty awesome. He was one of those just like popular YouTubers that I've like heard about. I'd be like, oh, there's a cool guy named Jacksepticeye. I'm like, okay. And then the first video I watched from him was him playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And this video was so hilarious. I think this was the first. I think this was the first ever video I watched from him was when he played Waluigi. Either that or when he did the donkey dab, which I think it was this one, the donkey dab. I actually watched this a couple of days ago. I got so nostalgic. I was like, dude, this is bringing me back. And I think it was this video that I remember watching from either this or it was kindergarten. But I remember specifically, I remember watching this video. I'm like, wow, this guy is crazy. He was really cool. And another YouTuber I used to watch was the homie Markiplier. And Markiplier is awesome, man. He's he was one of those popular YouTubers with the whole because he had like the sort of trio with the whole Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, Pewdiepie. We'll get to Pewdiepie in a second, but Markiplier was just another one of those top YouTubers I've heard of, and I was like, okay, let's see what you got. And then the video was that. From what I remember, I think the very first video I watched from him was Try Not to Laugh #1. And this video I remember watching, going back and forth so many times, and even still his videos was hilarious. This video was hilarious. The fact that he's still doing these Try Not to Laughs is crazy. And I think just the early ones were just really funny, and honestly, they're really hilarious. Honestly, now as for PewDiePie, he was a YouTuber I just heard here and there. He was a YouTuber that I used to watch. Well, I didn't watch, but I just remember hearing from him a lot, especially like a lot, since a lot of people really were into him. But I didn't grow up as heavy as him as Jack and Mark was. I only knew him just because of his popularity with Minecraft and all that stuff. I think the first ever video, and don't quote me on this, from what I remember, was YouTube Rewind. Was when he did the remake of YouTube Rewinds, because you know how YouTube Rewind kind of was trash around like 2018 and 19, so he kind of like remixed it a little bit. And I want to say it's either 2018, 2019 YouTube Rewind was the first ever I watched from him, and ever since then I kind of watch him a little bit here and there, depending on what videos he makes and whatnot. And PewDiePie, he still does content. Same with Mark and Jack, and I wish them the best of luck. Honestly, the fact that PewDiePie is still on top, and the fact that He's been on YouTube Rewind for a little bit. It's crazy to me. And PewDiePie has changed YouTube Rewind, or not YouTube Rewind, but YouTube in general, as well as just the way he makes videos is really awesome. And I appreciate PewDiePie for that. Now there's two YouTubers also that I watch. Actually, three I'll mention because these three, especially the third one I'm gonna mention. I'll get to that one in a second. The two YouTubers I used to watch, and it was just walkthroughs and whatnot, was Zack's Got Games. Zack's Got Games. He was one of those sort of YouTubers that would just those YouTubers that would just do gaming videos, and I'll just watch him like, okay, hey, another video, let's get it. And from what I can remember, he's a really, really OG YouTuber. I just remember watching the heck out of him when I was little, like little. And I think the very first video I remember from him was him playing Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. And I think it was because there was a certain part in the level that I was kind of getting confused about. And then once I kind of watched him a little bit more and more, I was like, okay, this YouTuber is awesome. And I like the Zack Scott game since. I still watch his videos still, just for entertainment wise. And if I get stuck on a sort of level, I can watch Zack, and he's my boy, and he got him, and he does the videos and whatnot. And Zack Scott Games is a cool YouTuber, and the fact they still does content, amazing. Another YouTuber, which is Abdallah Smash 026. Abdallah was another friendly YouTuber, similar to Zach. He kind of was like, I kind of give like Zach and Abdallah kind of like the duo that I used to watch, because it was either always Zach or always Abdallah, and they were just sort of like the sort of duo for me when I watched them when I was little, because Abdallah was a cool YouTuber that would do Nintendo videos, and I would just be like, okay, really cool with it, and Abdallah still does videos and whatnot. Kudos to him. And the other YouTuber I'm going to mention, this YouTuber is nostalgic as hell. This was probably the first ever, well, I wouldn't say first ever, but first ever like sort of group YouTubers I used to watch, and they would do Nintendo videos. And I want to respect the hell out of them. I still watch them to this day, and this person does like compilations of them, and I respect them. They don't make videos anymore, and I just can respect that. But this YouTuber will forever be one of my favorite YouTubers, like group wise. I'm talking about We Like to Play. And We Like to Play was a sort of four man channel where it would be four people, Chris, Tyler, Tyson, and Spencer, and they would play games, like Nintendo games specifically, and they would just be so hilarious together. And from what I can remember, the first ever video from me was when they played Mario Bros. U on the Wii U. And the first episode, oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure once I click it, it's nostalgic. Obviously, it's gonna kick in, but I just remember when I was little, just seeing that video and popping up, and it would just be it would just. I just remember watching him so much, and they would just be just so funny to me, and they would just be so hilarious. The comedy was awesome. They would just be funny, man. In general, I can just I and they don't make videos anymore. Honestly, I think just due to the fact that they don't have the motivation anymore like they did back in the day, and I can kind of understand where they're going from that. And they have life also, which it's understandable. But the fact that they brought my childhood, and the fact that I still watch them to this day, even if they haven't made a video in a long time, I just go back to this channel and I would just watch a compilation or two of them, or just a video in general. I would just watch from them, and they would just be still hilarious to this day. And I really appreciate their content. We Like to Play. I really appreciate their content. This channel will forever be, in my mind, one of my favorite like sort of group YouTube channels that I really like. Another YouTuber I watch And I'm pretty sure I mentioned this video like this channel once or twice, depending on what their drama and whatnot was. I guess kind of. I did like sort of cringy video about them. Not really, but what I'm talking about is Super Mario Logan. I'm pretty sure a lot of people remember Super Mario Logan from just their random just like plush videos and whatnot. And the fact that they still doing videos, I respect them honestly. They the fact that they're still with the grind and whatnot, and the fact that they've been doing YouTube is crazy. It's crazy. I've heard apparently like they like with the whole Nintendo lawsuit whatnot with them age restricting and monetization. I remember specifically the age restriction and demonetization they've gone through. I remember just be like, oh hashtag save SML or whatever. And ever since then, I've kind of just been watching them since, and I kind of stopped around when they I guess just the videos, either the videos or just like ever since the whole drama that they've gone through, I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna just exit through. And I still check on channels here and there. Same with his girl Chili's channel. First off, congrats on their baby, by the way. I heard they have a daughter. Congrats to them. Must be cool as parents that the fact that they're still together and whatnot is crazy, and the fact they have a daughter. Congrats to them. But regardless, I think they're doing well, and the fact that they continue with this channel, even so if they like start moving channels and whatnot, the fact that they're still sticking with the channel and whatnot is crazy to me. Congrats to them, honestly. The dedication is real on them. And I remember from SML, there's two reactors that I remember watching from them, and the two YouTubers I remember watching from him was Kashua and GameCube Dude. From what can I remember? Because I remember Kashua and GameCube Dude. These two channels were just the two channels. Again, similar to Zack Games and Abdal. They were kind of the sort of duo reactors I'll watch regarding SML because their just reactions would be just hilarious as hell, and I just remember getting a kick out of it. And they would just be just really cool to watch too. They don't watch SML anymore, and I can see why. Honestly, they kind of quit on SML like years ago, just due to reasons. And I'm not gonna get to all reasons, but they want to kind of focus on their thing, and I want to focus on my thing. And the fact that they're enjoying streaming, making videos, doing IRL stuff is dedication for them, and I really hope they're doing good in life as well. Because Showa Genki, dude, another YouTuber, two YouTubers that I can highly also respect. Now I'm going to kind of get into the modern area where I kind of start watching just YouTubers I watch nowadays. These YouTubers, the YouTuber I mentioned, yes, I watch them. Like stuff like Corey Ketchin, Dashi, We Like to Play, like those channels I will watch. I will watch them still every day. But some YouTubers I watch, like either I would not watch them recently, or I would just watch them back in the day, but not now. Those are the YouTubers I mentioned. But now kind of get into the modern era where I started watching YouTubers that I enjoy. We're gonna start off with Corey's friend real fast. The homie 8-Bit Ryan. 8-Bit Ryan's a cool YouTuber. I think his editing is fire. Honestly, I've recently been watching him. I watched a couple of his videos and whatnot, and the editing that he does on these videos is fire. Honestly, and he just does it well, and I'm really impressed by the videos that he's done, and I respect the guy for him. Two YouTubers that does Fortnite content, and I respect also for them is ITF, aka I Talk Fortnite, or I Talk, and I Talk is a really I give respects to this man. He does like item shop reviews. He does commentaries. I really respect the commentaries because the commentaries that he does is really noticeable, and I can agree with some of them. And the way his voice kind of has like a sort of chill vibe, and I He's just like sort of like a nice YouTuber just to watch and just kind of just to listen and talk to, and he has like sort of like a chill voice just to watch and listen to. Along with his also friend, Pizzo with a zero. I remember him. I remember watching him when his Locker bundle came out. I want to say it's like around chapter two, like chapter two, season 4 or 5, I think. But from what I remember when his Locker bundle came out. I remember specifically I talk made a video say, "Oh, you guys should go to Pizzo's channel and give him some love. If you guys like the channel I made, Pizzo did basically the exact same thing, basically, but with skin reviews and whatnot." And I was like, "All right." I checked out his channel and whatnot for a couple of days, and he is really a really nice YouTuber. He does skin reviews. He does bout. Recently did a Battle Pass review. He does just like he sometimes does commentaries and whatnot, and he's another fire YouTuber that I watch. And whenever a new skin comes out, a skin review comes out, boom, I'll watch it basically. And his content is awesome. Him and I talk are really awesome just to watch, and they're really awesome and whatnot. And we got another YouTuber, real fast. I want to mention is an Enigma Kid. Okay, my bad about the name, but Enigma Kid. He also does sort of combo videos of Fortnite. A lot of like I usually do like watch Fortnite stuff when it comes to like Fortnite combos or Fortnite videos or gameplay and whatnot. But Enigma Kid, he's a really awesome guy, and I remember just watching him and like I would watch his community combos. I watch his skin reviews if I need help with like combos and whatnot. And he doesn't do it as much as he does now. He mostly goes on his like Twitch and whatnot, and he usually just has like IRL stuff to go through, and I respect that. And his content's cool, honestly. Really, just cool guy to talk to, or just video wise, just to watch. And he's a nice guy, honestly, pretty cool. Another combo sort of Fortnite YouTuber I like watching is I got him recently. Of him watching is Astro Nova. He does sort of like again Fortnite combo stuff where he basically just gets a skin, he'll showcase backlinks, pickaxes and whatnot, and he'll sometimes do like sort of themed Fortnite combos. And just the way his voice is, he kind of has like sort of some of the eye talks where he has like sort of chill, just voice to talk to, and his voice is just really nice to talk and listen to, and the combos that he makes is really good, honestly. And him, Enigma Kid, I Talk, and Pizzo, the way their combos do, it really gets me into like Fortnite combos and whatnot. And I really like Fortnite combos as well as just skin combos and whatnot that are really fire. And that's how you usually find like Fortnite combos. I'll either go to their channel or I find myself like random channels, and I'll just watch them and be like, okay, a cool combo and cool channel and whatnot. And these YouTubers that I've mentioned are pretty awesome and whatnot. A YouTuber I also want to talk about real fast is again from Corey. I got this actually from the favorite YouTuber that I mentioned in the beginning of the video from Corey's video. I got this YouTuber from that video, and it's your boy Yub. Yub editing. I can't lie. Yub's editing is really fire in the videos. It's really funny. The gameplay that he does is hilarious. And I remember specifically when Corey did that sort of favorite YouTuber video, he mentioned Yub, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna check out him a little bit. I've heard of him before. I was like, okay, he seems a pretty cool guy. And then I remember watching his Friday Funkin' stuff. Like, yeah, some Nintendo stuff they made here and there. And I just remember he was just a really just funny YouTuber. His editing is really good, and I bow to him for that, honestly. And he's really, really awesome. Really awesome YouTuber just to uh, watch and whatnot. We also got some other YouTubers. We got SMG4. Oh, I got there you go. SMG4, another classic YouTuber I watched. I remember watching him like a couple of years here and there, and it was just crazy. SMG4 is crazy, man. The fact that his editing, like I remember back in the day. Oh my god, back in the day, like his the way he made videos and whatnot. Wow, it's really crazy to how his life like changed from what like years to nowadays. Like his editing gotten so much better, and I'm really impressed by this like the grown that he has done, and I really appreciate the content that he does. Along with him, there was another YouTuber I used to watch. I don't watch him anymore, but this YouTuber I remember growing up with, and I remember watching him for a little bit, and it was it was Mario 54321. And it's basically similar to SMB4, where basically SMB4 and Mario 54321. They basically made like Mario sort of skit sort of videos, but they did it in kind of like sort of a Gmod sort of way. And you kind of get it once you kind of clicked on his first video. It kind of gets crazy a little bit, a little bit. I can't lie, especially SMG4, because if you've seen his old videos, you guys know what I'm talking about. But Mario 54321 was one of those nostalgic YouTubers I remember watching, and his video was just really cool, honestly. And he was really awesome. Just a simple guy. I just remember SMG4 I mostly grew up with more, but Mario 54321, an awesome YouTuber. And let's see what else we got. If I remember, we got another. Oh, I remember this YouTuber a little bit. PK Sparks. He was he was low key really awesome. His gameplay was just absolutely insane. His commentaries were gold, and he was yeah, he's not another YouTuber that just doesn't record nowadays. I think because he mostly goes live on Twitch rather than YouTube. But his content was just I remember just like a couple years back when he would do like YouTube videos and whatnot. His content was hilarious, and his videos were just straight gold. And I would check up on his channel. He, like I said, doesn't need YouTube nowadays. YouTube nowadays is Twitch. But I would just check on sometimes on Twitch. I'll sometimes check on YouTube, and I'll be like, okay, making content a little bit here and there. And he was just a nice YouTuber. He's similar to I can't like similar to Dashi, where he kind of is loud a little bit. But that was just like the nature in him. He was just loud and just hilarious, and I just find that funny from him, and he was an awesome guy. And with that in mind, there's also some YouTuber that I talk to, and they're really cool friends to talk to. One of the YouTubers that I kind of got onto, and I think it was like a year or 2 or 3. I remember watching him was Frigid Gamer. Frigid Gamer. Now he's a very like I can't lie. He's like a small channel a little bit. He has only 1,000 subs, and just boggles my mind that he's that small. But his content was just really hilarious to watch. I remember in a couple of years, like I would just watch his streams. He doesn't do videos, which is surprising. He does streams mostly. He'll stream videos, and he would just be just streaming here and there, and he would just be just funny as hell just to watch. And his voice was just not chill to talk to. Again, mostly YouTubers I watched, they were their voices would just kind of reel me in, and they would just be had like a chill voice to watch, and they'll be cool to talk to in streams. And Virgil was one of those people, and he's a nice YouTuber. He's kind of going back to YouTube a little bit, and I'm kind of applauding him for it. Along with him, this YouTuber I mentioned him a couple of days ago on Fall Guys, but this YouTuber he's really funny. I recently went to stream. I think it was yesterday. I'm talking about the homie, the bro, Jason Boy 75. Jason Boy 75. This man's content is hilarious as hell. He's basically like Frigid, basically, where he basically just makes content and whatnot, and his videos are just hilarious. He's just been grinding like a lot. Like I don't understand. Like his streams has been going up, and his subscriber count has been going like up like fast, and he's at 250, which is crazy. And I just remember having so much fun with this content, why not? Because his content and the streams that he's been doing is just so hilarious, just so hilarious. And there was a specific video I remember watching. If I could find it real fast. Actually, hold on. I think I know who I go to because um, there's also another YouTuber. He's a subscriber. He's a friend of his also. War, aka War Inkados. I hope I'm saying that right. Pretty sure I'm saying that dead wrong, but this dude, he also kind of makes sort of videos where he kind of just basically does content. It kind of is similar to his, but he basically like short edits a lot of stuff, and he did he did this video. Shy Guy says backrooms footage, and it was basically a video which I'll kind of explain a little bit. And this video, oh my god, I can't go to this video. So basically, what happens is I'm gonna be a little bit, but I'll let mute real fast. Is basically um me. So basically, what happened was in one of Jason's streams, it was me, Zoom, War, and himself. He was streaming Super Mario Party Superstar, and we were playing a board, and it got to the making Shy Guy Says. And for some reason, this lag wants to be a straight up a hole, and then it wants to lag this bad. You could tell the lag on this was so garbage, and we weren't able to do anything like when Shy Guy was bringing a flag, and it was that bad. And there was a clip in this that I saw that he edited, and I saw this dude when we. You'll have to see it for yourself. So I'm gonna mute myself. I'm mute this so you guys can hear it.
It's so slow. These flames, bro. Whose connection is this? Wait. Alright, we can't blame lag for that, bro.
It was that bad of a lag that we all hit the R stick or whatever, and it was that garbage. And I just remember watching that. I just remember playing that, and I remember I was laughing so hard in this because it was just way too funny. I was like, "What the hell?" I just remember having so much fun with that. Specifically, that clip. I just remember that clip was just so hilarious. It was just so hilarious just to watch. I still go back to it, and it's just so hilarious just to watch because I just can't believe the fact that we all raised our flags even with this lag, and the fact that we all got out just because of that lag. It was just so funny as hell. And yeah, there are so many other YouTubers that I watch and that I grew up with, and and I just there's just so many YouTubers that I watch, and it's just crazy to me that I've been on this platform for a while, for 5 years, and the YouTubers I mentioned, it's crazy to me. There's a lot of other YouTubers that I watch also. Mr. Beast that I watch, he's pretty cool. Two Bros One Up, another kind of it's basically We Like to Play, but with 2 player content. I kind of been going back recently to their channel, and they're really cool. Moist Critical, aka Penguins Zero, pretty cool. Jay from the Cub Scouts, Nathaniel Bandy, Nico BBQ, Berlin Berlizzi, even some of the like the story people, like when they make like scary stories and whatnot, whether it's true or not. Their stories and their just voice is really cool. Like Mr. Nightmare, Flip a Script, Llama Arts, even Their content is cool. Tabor Hill is an awesome YouTuber, another Fortnite one. 8 hours or 16. He's around. He's even around like around my age, and his content is also really awesome, cool, and cool. And Internet AJ and a bunch of other YouTubers that I've watched, and there's so many YouTubers that I grew up with, like whether it's elementary, middle school, and nowadays. The fact that I'm growing up with these YouTubers, and the fact that their content has evolved, and the fact that some of them still make content to this day is just mind blowing. And the YouTubers I mentioned in this video, thank you so much for the childhoods and for the people that and a few people that still grind on YouTube. Keep doing what you gotta do. You guys are making you guys content is amazing, and you'll never disappoint us. And that's basically it. That was basically sort of like a sort of montage or compilation of all the YouTubers that I grew up with and that I still watch to this day. And that's basically it. Let me know y'all thoughts on this. It was kind of just a cool video. Like I said, I'm gonna leave all these YouTubers channels in the description if y'all want to check them out. And I'm gonna end right here. If y'all like this, make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know what YouTubers y'all grew up with, and maybe I can see what YouTubers I can see like what their YouTube channel is. I can check them out and whatnot. And yeah, that's basically it. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.